Right question. I'll give you the answer.
So, where did we leave it last time? You went to the snake pit, was it?
We'd been to the snake pit. We were heading, I believe, Mohammed, tell me if this is correct. I think we were leaving the snake pit and going to the
Animoid.
the butterfly Animoid market.
Animoid Row.
Yeah.
Animoid Row, and I pinged. Yeah, sorry.
Go on.
Yeah, and I pinged Percival to meet us there.
Yeah, and I think I took down 2 leads for Animoid Road, I think, which was Doc Batcher and Styles. And I would like to research at some point Lilith Tyrell, but I think I can do that sort of stuff from on the road via my Kia.
They didn't have Kias in the first movie.
Kia.
I had to tramp the streets. Mobile internet devices.
You vital stuff.
What's all that about? They had a bloody green screen and they were pleased with it.
Have you? Can I? You send us all the information about your meeting with Tyrell, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Can I use also? If you're using Kia, can we check if Sarah Tyrell is actually alive?
Are you checking up on Sarah Tyrell?
Yeah.
That's the daughter, right?
That was the daughter that, sorry, Frank, Percival met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is, yep, there's a legitimate daughter. It's not an excess, she's human.
Can I see whether I can find out any more about Lilith herself? Because there was mention of an incident at the Tyrell headquarters back then in the first film.
Okay, so what will happen is every time you use the KIA to access the LAPD mainframe to find information, it will be a tech roll.
Tech.
Yeah. And just because I had to refresh before we logged in, if you get 2 successes, it's actually considered a critical success.
Mm-hmm.
So, just remembering myself with that.
Can we remotely assist or?
I don't think we can we?
Not really. I think as
we're not in the same vehicle. We're not in the same place. We don't know that he's looking for this.
Oh, we can talk to each other.
Yeah.
I will say
screen share.
That just a reminder: the detective spinners, special spinners, only have 2 seats in them.
Okay.
We can have more than one. 2 7s.
2 7s. That's 2 successes. So you want to try and find out the incident. So she inherited the empire after Eldon Tyrell was killed by rogue replicants back in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And during the time, she spearheaded the launch of Nexus 8 line and Nexus 8 didn't have the limited lifespans, which caused a bit of a backlash at the time. And there was, during the massive blackout in 2022, this year, it was blamed on rogue replicants, and that resulted in the prohibition. And that was when Lilith was attacked in her own office by members of the replicant resistance movement at that time. It was thwarted by an LAPD bladerunner.
Of course.
It left her traumatized at that time.
Of course.
And unsurprising, Tyrell Corporation, you find the links back to it, it crumbled during the Prohibition era and it went bankrupt. So the assets got sold off, unsurprisingly, during that time. Wallace Corp picked it up. So she retained the knowledge and has been spent mostly in obscurity until the use of Earth last year. She reappeared in the setting in LAPD. subcontracting for Wallace Corporation, and she does memories, which you already picked up on.
What was the name of the officer that handled this case?
The interesting enough is not given. I suspect that this is one of these, and I have to read it. It's going to be one of these like little short anime things. There is a blackout bit. It does not give the name of the officer here.
Like Black Lotus or whatever it's called.
Black Lotus is actually 2032.
Right.
There was 3 shorts done, and there was a series of comics. It'll be on like a Wikipedia for it.
Okay. So
if you excuse the lack of term because it's not relevant to this particular case, Billy Bob.
okay. No, I
Billy
thought
Bob
because
story. Yeah.
yeah, because I thought it maybe has to do with my key relationship. So
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your key relationship again?
I had a partner that my first partner is missing, and the LAPD launched an investigation, but they stopped it.
Right. Okay. Let's just say it's redacted to make it a bit more suspicious for your memory.
Okay.
Or yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember the key memories. Yeah.
This is the key relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be relying on that. At least you guys are using that more often. Other guys didn't really apply to that. I've known those guys for years. Yeah.
You can use it once per session, I was writing out sometime.
Yes, you can use key memories once per session instead of pushing.
It's like your pride, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
How it works?
Yeah, here it is. Gives you advantage on one roll. Explain how it helps, and then roll an extra die. It can be done after the initial roll. So along with the push, for example. If this fails, you gain 1 stress.
Okay.
That's what I wrote out here.
And if you're a replicant, if you've got 0 promotion points, you're required to do a baseline test, which costs a shift. And also, if you are broken by stress, you have to do a baseline test.
If you're known to be broken by your superiors, then you have to do baseline. Yeah. Small print.
So always look in the details. You're part of the replicant union by the sound of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, Animoid Row. It's a very familiar scene. As you come through, you land. I've uploaded, and I'll just make sure I did share it. Animoid Row and the assets. It should be shared.
Yeah. First one.
Yeah, it will be the first one up. Yeah,
It's
a map off the area. You can land in. There's quite a fair little bits around. Oh, look, there's even an ad for the Illurian.
Where it says dumpster, is it actually a dumpster, or is it a restaurant called Dumpster?
I am tempted to call it a restaurant dumpster, but
it's probably a real dumpster, isn't it?
But let's go with actual dumpsters. I just like, I did pick this up. I just like how the fact that the dumplings is near the dumpster. I don't know what it's trying to tell you about the dumplings.
La Mesa dumplings,
yeah. Well, given that there's a burger's place nearby, it does make a bit of sense. There's this is the thing that we talked about. You'll notice there's a MetroCab thing at the top.
Yeah.
But that's not the same one that you went to for the dispatch. That's the one thing we found out, because we had a little argument about that.
That's not an office, though. That seems to be like a waiting place or something.
It seems like a waiting place. You can hire, call for one, and you can wait there for one to turn up. But yes. Right.
This has got combat zones marked out on it.
Every map's got combat zones.
Ominous.
Leah's apartment had combat zones in it. So you arrive here. Yeah. Animoid Row is, unsurprisingly, as you come through, it's a crowded area, and not just with all the food and the eatery places nearby, that you get smell the mixture of noodles, the languages of various people talking away. And as you are walking around, you can also see a few people moving around. There's a couple of people chasing ostriches around and moving them down the street. It's quite crowded with people looking. There's other animals being there. The vendors are selling off their wares. Snakes. Sadly, no goats. If only someone could sell you a goat. So yeah, there's quite a fair bit around. It's busy.
Are we going to the butterfly shop, the Aurelian, or we need to search somewhere else?
We were looking for this guy called Styles, who was supposedly hanging out here.
Okay.
Did we know anything
don't want
more where he would hang out, or is it just this place? Animoid Row?
It just says he was just around. You didn't really get much. You never really got a description of him. Other than he was a pale man.
Pale guy.
Yeah, tall, pale guy. Give me an observation roll.
You're muted, Matt.
Yeah, Matt's on mute at the moment if he's jumping in. Just wants to unmute himself.
I was going to say is what we should do. You want to get an observation roll from all of us or from one of us?
Well, if you've got another suggestion before I ask for that, because you're muted and you want to jump in, say your piece.
What I was suggesting is we've got clues leading us to the Aurelian.
Mm-hmm.
We've also got this man who's working here. Rather than rush straight to the Aurelian, I was suggesting we'd watch the door of the Aurelian from the 7-star prawns. And we'd have prawns.
I don't like prawns. I'd rather have a dumpling.
Do you reps eat? Well, if you want to, go and sit over there by the dumpster and eat your dumplings. I will have 7-star prawns.
Now, those dumplings are lovely, especially with the plum sauce.
Yeah, I'm sure they are, but I want prawns.
You know they're not real prawns.
And this is how we had to set Animoid Row on fire. So I feel like this is going to end up.
At least I can be sure that they're real dumplings.
I'm taking a seat at 7-star prawns, and then I'm looking around from there. Have you shared a description, Frank, of this man?
You were actually the people who turned up the clue, not me.
Oh, sorry. Should we share with Frank a description? That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yes. we knew exactly what you meant.
Uh-huh.
It's a Wednesday. Just 2 more days to go.
Yeah, tall and pale, and answers to the name of Styles.
I guess we can. Each one of us can sit in a place and just observe. I will drink some tea.
I'll eat my dumpling.
Okay.
Where are you going to have the tea? At the savoury tea shop?
Yeah, I will get to the.
Sorry to split the party.
Well, I was just going to say, your viewing angle isn't great there compared to mine.
Where's your Aurelian anyway? There.
Aurelian is
next to 7-star prawns.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I will.
Well, 7-star prawns in the clan hut.
No, I might step down and go to the crown noodles.
Okay.
Maybe I will take the tea takeaway and just sit in the middle of the street, just sipping the tea casually.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry, I'm not going to be asking for Kenyan or anything like that. No. So each of you, normally you'd ask for like a group, but I'll ask for each of you because you're at different angles. for an observation roll.
Each of us do an observation.
Yeah, because you split up in the
Okay.
area you're covering. If you're kind of a bit more closer in coordinating, I would say a group roll, but I see no issue doing.
So,
2 successes.
intelligence and observation. Oh, there we go. D12. I am rolling. I got 1 success.
Okay, I got a 9 and a 3, then okay, 1 success.
I
So
got
everybody's
10 into
got
2.
1 success, but Frank's got 2.
Yeah.
So you're having a look around, and you're observing the place, and following from there. You're kind of trying to keep an eye out in the crowd of somebody that you've not met this person before.
But
tall
tall
and
and
do-
pale. Most of the
you
people here are
see-
kind of short
Yeah,
and
you do actually see, because he stands out about quite tall above most of the people here.
dark.
This chap, and who you think is Styles. Well, also because maybe there's a name thing
Sorry.
attached to it as well.
Which of us sees Styles? Is that
All of you, because all of you passed. So you do see a
Right.
tall, pale man.
But we're
and
looking
he-
in different directions. Are there 3?
Oh yeah. He's easy to spot. And for Percival, you kind of feel that this guy really stands out in the crowd, and you probably pick up on him first as you walk through. And for Fena and Novak, you finally do kind of spot this guy. And what makes you easier to see him is he walks into the Illyrian butterfly place.
Well, this is where we want to be, isn't it?
Kill two animoid birds with 1 animoid stone.
To go, I say. Oh, 2. And get them to package up my prawns in a little cardboard box.
Yeah, these little
Yeah.
typical Chinese takeaway boxes.
Okay. And then take my... I've been carrying the butterfly jar all this time. Butterfly jar in one hand, box of prawns in the other. I'm not really caring what either of the other 2 are doing. I kind of acknowledge your presence, but I'm walking into the Aurelian.
Doesn't
So
seem
you-
to have a back door, so I might just wait outside the front door.
So you're gonna wait outside.
I place myself sort of next to the door to make sure that nobody else walks in.
Can't have other customers buying butterflies.
Just don't want too many unknowns.
Nah. So
Listen,
Novak's going in. Fena?
Yeah, going after Novak. Maybe I can
Okay.
learn something or 2 from him. Being jealous, maybe. But
So you walk in, enter. So I'll leave it outside for now. It's still kind of busy, crowded area. As you enter, there is the owner, who's called, interesting enough, the Illyrian. And he's old chap, and his eyes he looks like he can't really see. So he's under the Illyrian. Just for reference, that's for folk who come into the shop.
Let's have a look at him. Coco, that's Coco.
No, that's Coco. The Illyrian is, it'll be under the, if you're doing it alphabetically.
Under the
Before the
Aurelian,
poem.
isn't it? Yeah, the Aurelian.
ST, there he is. All right.
He's blind. Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Um,
Was I meet
Taffy Lewis has just appeared.
Taffy? Did you talk to Taffy? I can't remember.
You talked to
talked to
Taffy, I believe, in Snake Pit.
Yeah, that was fine. It's just because I've had him there. Yeah.
All right, okay.
I just realised he wasn't shared. That was all. That's
So the Illyrian is blind and standing by the.
he's behind the counter.
I called
Yes.
him the Illyrian from bloody
Yeah.
Star Trek. The Aurelian is blind and standing behind the counter, right?
Yep, he's getting the counter. You kind of hit a little beep thing, so you can obviously tell into it.
So where is tall blonde guy?
So the pale guy, he was talking, but the minute you guys in, they cease. They seem to be conversing and seem to cease. And he says, "A good day," yeah. And then seems to start staring at some of the butterfly collections.
Ooh.
Don't mind me. I don't want to. I don't want to jump the queue.
No, I've been served. On you go.
Okay.
And
I slide the jar across the counter to the Aurelian, and I say, "Are these yours?"
oh, yes. He puts his hands feeling around and into it. Oh yes, these are my works. You're a customer. Is there a problem? Is there something you don't like about the work?
No. These are lost. I'm trying to find who owns them. I mean, work like this, it's going to be quite expensive. Am I right?
Well, I offer a fair price. I mean,
It's a fair price, but it's excellent work. So I'm sure you're not underselling yourself.
the question is, I ask only people who buy whether I offer a fair price for the love and care that goes into the work. They appreciate it.
So can you tell me who bought these?
Oh, these are not yours. Oh my! I thought they were. But did someone left them or drop them?
Let us say they've lost their owner. I'm just trying to bring them back, reunite people and butterflies.
Ah, yes. Such good things to have. Well, I regret. You must forgive me. I don't keep very good records, and it's hard to tell. Sometimes I use the same style of work for our customers.
So can you suggest who you made these for from your memory? I'm just idly looking at Pale Boy to see how it's listing. I'm trying to drop hints that this is an investigation, but not actually make it really
right
clear that I'm a cop.
He's more just looking at design studios and into it. You do kind of notice that some of the butterflies have a very thin braille bit for the design on them. But he just seems to be more looking around into this and just some of the other pieces. He's not really going into it. I tell you what, give me an insight roll.
Insight.
Just yourself. Unfortunately, you can't get help because I'm sorry. You didn't make the shout out. Unfortunately, I'm going to be meaning to say the phrase that pays is going to be a thing I'm going to apply here.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to work out what that phrase that pays is. Hold on. I'll turn my asset drawer off so I can find my roll button. There we go. Oh, I got a success.
Yeah, you kind of notice he's kind of perking up a bit. You seem to be interested in talking about it, but he's acting all nonchalant from the front side.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come honest. These belong to a very dear friend of mine who has gone missing.
Oh, your friend is gone missing.
And I'm going to say her name. Give me a moment while I remember what her name is.
Leah.
Yeah.
Leah.
She was a Blade Runner. Leah.
Your friend was a Blade Runner.
Yes.
You must excuse me, but you're proclaiming that she was. Are you yourself a Blade Runner from the RDU?
I'm looking at the pale guy before I answer. How is he reacting?
You kind of notice he does seem to flirt a bit, but he's not making any sudden moves. He's just sort of,
I'm trying to nonchalantly looking at the wares. I'm not.
You're not part of
looking
me.
at-
You're not part of me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Just
still
looking
outside
at
the
the ware,
door.
but staying behind the. Sorry, the. Shit.
Well, I know you're blind, Mister
Yeah,
Aurelian, but if you could see me, you would see I'm gruff. My clothes are old and worn. I have a bulge under my arm. Do I look like a Blade Runner?
I assume that, but most people, you must forgive me, would show ID.
I can show ID.
So when you bring out the ID, he touches the badge. Ah, yes, okay. It's a shame that this is the work that people have to follow. But this is the way of life.
We all make beautiful things. You make beautiful things in iridescent butterfly wings. No, I'm not going to say that. That's just too much.
I was half expecting you. You know, the butterfly wings, you made them look like a goat.
With butterfly wings.
Well, unfortunately, Frank's on mute. He's going to jump in with it. But you come in and you're talking the way he's doing this into it. But you mentioned your friend. You must forget. I don't know what your friend might be like. Is there a description to you?
I scrape her.
Yep.
And I'm asking, did she buy these butterflies herself, or maybe somebody else bought them as a gift?
Unfortunately, if someone bought them as a gift, I would not really know.
But you recognise the butterflies themselves. I see.
Yes, but you notice that he put his hand and touch the butterflies from it. That's how you recognised them. I don't recall ever seeing that person. Give me another insight roll, but you cannot push this roll.
Can I not?
No, because this is a passive roll. The bad news is I refresh my memory on the roll. So I remembered when I was giving my other players that opportunity. I went, yeah, actually, you're not supposed to get a push because you don't know this is happening.
No.
Okay. No, he doesn't seem to know anything.
So you can't even remember when you sold these particular butterflies, how long ago it was?
These models, let me check. May I? He starts feeling around and he's kind of touching about the corner of the wing. This craft model says this was done 2 months ago. This particular one.
2 months ago.
Yeah, so it's normally because I make them designed when customers come in
and you can't remember whether they're male or female who bought these, or a rep or human.
I'm sorry, I don't recall for it. Oh, you know something? I'll give you one last chance. Manipulation.
Manipulation.
Yeah, but this is the last chance I can give you a clue. You want to jump? Well, do you want to try something? Or? You can opt to push this roll if you want.
I can opt to push this.
You can opt to push this one because you're trying to interrogate. I'm getting the feeling that you're kind of pushing for here, so I'd like that. The insight one, I wouldn't have allowed that because that was a passive.
I get a success on a push.
Okay, that does cost you because it's a stress
Yeah.
for that one.
That
So
one.
you're kind of getting the feeling he is holding something back. Like he knows a bit more.
Where's my stress?
It's unresolved. They call it stress, but it's there. It'll be between
Where
combat and weapons. There'll be a bar, so you click the plus. Think you have 5? Or is it 7?
I have critical stress effect. Is that it?
And above that, there is a bar that says
Yeah.
resolve.
I have 5.
0 out of 4. Oh,
Um,
0 out of 5.
Right. So I'm going to get a bit heavier then if I feel he's holding back on me. There's a lot of trade in these butterflies. I think you're doing a lot of trade, and I'm not convinced all of it is legal.
no, hang on. If you're accusing me of something.
I am prepared not to accuse you of anything if you're a little bit more helpful with me trying to find my friend and colleague, a police officer. But if you continue to be unhelpful, I'll get the city inspectors in, trading standards. I might arrest this customer behind you.
Butterfly cruelty.
He sort of gets up and a bit. What did I do?
Well, I'll tell you what you did. You shut up when Blade Runner walked in, carrying butterflies and prawns.
I don't like prawns.
Seems to me you said you'd been served, but you're hanging around like you want to carry on this conversation.
Well, I might be interested in something more as I was going to pick up when you came in.
All right, and now I'm acting all aggressively to you. You don't feel that you want to walk out.
No, the reason I don't want to walk out is because you're threatening this man. You're threatening a 70-year-old blind man in his own store.
I'm not threatening him with physical violence.
Oh, yeah, threatening.
But you're right, I am threatening him with city inspections.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard enough. A lot of people have got to work around here and try and struggle with jobs.
Right, empty your pockets on the counter. I have reason to believe you're carrying contraband goods, and I will let you go if you're not. But empty your pockets on the counter.
Fine, but she points to Fenna. There's a witness to his appointment now. Says he would make sure you're not planting anything.
Yeah, I gladly to be a witness.
Because you haven't.
Shall I empty my shall I empty my pockets also, my dear sir?
Your Blade Runner badge will come out.
Yeah, your RDU badge. Your gun. He empties his pockets. He's got nothing really much there. Packet of cigarettes. Just some notes. There is a card, a ticket. I don't know how they would do it, but let's say there's a ticket stub Snake Pit last night that was stamped. It's
No.
crumpled.
You were at the Snake Pit last night.
Yeah, I was there.
There
There was a whole bunch
you
of
may have
commotion.
been a
going on.
witness to a crime we're investigating.
What, you mean those supremacist jerks causing up a whole bunch of trouble?
Look, tell us
And then
what
there
you
was some
saw.
sort of loud bang. They were jeering at the replicant dancer who was just doing her job.
Were they? Can I take a statement?
All right, fine. If you want to take a statement about that, those are the folk you should be harassing.
Yeah, it's very true. But let's get some details off you. Where were you? And I'll give him the full. I don't want to turn this into a boring procedural. but I'll take notes and I'll give him the full interview.
What, you want an interview here? Down at your station or what?
Yeah, here.
Fine, cool, that's great. What do you want to know? I mean, I can take you through what happened.
So
what I saw.
where were you in the layout of the snake pit?
I mean, I was at the bar. I was
right.
having a drinks.
There were a number of
Yeah, it was crowded.
broken bottles on the bar.
Yeah,
And
broken bottles after.
So it turned into a big fight, did it?
Oh yeah. I mean, they were starting jeering, they were starting leering.
Did you see the shooting?
No, I heard the bang. It was a very loud bang.
It was right next to the bar.
Yeah, it was loud.
Yeah.
Everybody heard it. And what happens when
So
people
why
hear
didn't
something like
you
that?
see it?
Exit.
No, but
Because it was crowded. Folk were jeering. There was a whole bunch of the supremacists. I wouldn't be surprised if it was that guy from Kill Magazine, the publisher. He was there. I mean, seriously, I saw him. Djachroum. Now, if you want somebody who causes trouble, that guy who writes in that tow rag, all he does is write stories, winds people up, gets them, and what for? So he can write a next story and sell more magazines. And if someone gets hurt, in fact, someone died or hurt, more money for selling. Bet you I wouldn't be surprised he's out there profiting from it. Why don't you go down and talk to him?
Well,
there's your troublemaker.
What I'm doing now is collecting evidence. At the appropriate time, we'll talk to the appropriate people. You seem to have drawn conclusions. You didn't see who did the shooting, but you have decided it was from these agitators.
Yeah, well, I bet you wouldn't be surprised to find a gun on him. That's the sort of type that will carry guns.
Sure
They
would.
will love it. You see a gun on me?
So time out, guys. What do we know about? Do we know that Thingamy Bob Blair did the shooting?
Djachroum is the Kill Magazine. You don't know much.
No, we don't know. No, do we know that our fellow? Why am I thinking that a cop shot?
Yeah, the cop was shot. Yes, the other cop, the block Sandor was killed.
Yeah, Sandor was killed, but I feel that we have evidence that Leia killed him.
I think the only evidence we had
she was
of a
fleeing with the gun,
weapon,
but
wasn't it?
nobody's. You're
What was the bullet?
.44 Blade Runner.
It was a typical police weapon.
It says 10mm casing, and for Frank spell it in the case notes. But I did a read up, and there's nothing that has 10mm caseless described. So I'm transferring that over to as a .44 round. You checked the bullet with your bullets.
Okay, that's not enough
and
evidence.
That feels like it feels like very approximate, like a .44 round.
Mm-hmm.
So you're pro rep then, are you?
Well, yeah, they've got right lives. Everybody's got rights to live, don't they? I mean, you've got rights. The animal's got butterflies got rights.
I look at Fenna significantly, asking if she can do her thing, but not but saying it wordlessly.
VTT, I think is that frozen? It's frozen.
Either Fenna is holding really still and staring you down.
I think
bloody malfunction! I'll switch Fenna off and on again.
There you go.
Waller's corpse fine.
I thought he was just giving you a disdainful look.
That was perfectly timed.
Yeah.
Sorry, was this?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It was hilarious. Did you hear what we said?
No.
It was just that you said, "Do your thing, fella," and we realized you're frozen.
And you just
great, what someone switched.
I was wanting to do that, to do the void conf on both of them,
Okay. So that's sort of the manipulation thing, yeah.
Okay.
So describe to me what you're going to do with manipulation for this question. Sorry, just to clarify, did you actually present your RDU badge in front of him?
No,
I presented. No.
No, sorry, for Fenna,
No.
when you were making. No, so you did not. You have not presented yourself as a member of the RDU.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so how to...
So
How to do the manipulation for it? Interesting question.
So
Can-
tell me what you before you make the roll. Tell me what it is you're going to try and do.
What sort of manipulation I'm trying to do?
Yeah, what is it you're trying to achieve here? Are you trying to work out? Is he lying? Do you try to find out more?
Maybe I can... if he knows more, maybe, and I want to tell that I'm acting surprised because maybe I'm a friend of Iris. Yeah, you were the one who saved Iris yesterday. I'm a friend of
Right, yep.
hers, and she told what your bravery.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, you can't harm someone harm just because
Mm.
somebody thinks you're different. We're not going back to the old medieval times.
Yeah, nobody thinks like that anymore, my
No,
friend.
no.
Nobody steps with the guy with a gun to defend a replicant.
No, nobody will do that often. I mean, everybody should have a right to live. It's their life, their choice. You can slap a manufacturing model, but they've got free will, man. Come on. You
Yeah.
think you talk, you can laugh, or you cry. You got memories. It's all for it.
Oh, I hope they catch these bastards. Have you seen any one of them? Maybe this.
Like I just said to you, the one I really notice is that Kill Magazine guy, publisher, Shiler.
Because I saw two people also arguing inside the dance floor. This guy that got shot, he's a replicant too. I don't know if they shot him on purpose or...
The guy, you're telling me a replicant got killed?
Yeah, well, I heard the rumors about that.
Nah. There you go. They must have recognized a replicant. There you go. I mean, you're telling me here, it's clear cut. I wouldn't be down here knocking on this door, and a guy who's just running his business. I'll be kicking down on a SWAT team, sorting them out, round them up, round them off planet. But you know what? Round them off to the sun. That's what they're good for.
Right. It seems to me that this may be an unofficial meeting point for pro-replicant support groups. Am I right, Aurelian?
Well, I have no objection. Anybody who's welcome here is a replicant. But I do reserve the right to not serve to people that show prejudice and hatred. But this isn't really a meeting room. In fact, I can barely have anything.
Barely have 4 of us in here.
Yeah. And my butterflies. Outside, Frank, there's nothing else happening. It's just crowded.
I think we're wasting our time here, boys. I mean, obviously, colleagues.
Yeah, can I... These butterflies look very interesting. Can I check them?
Yes, by all means. But as soon as this officer is wanting to conduct his business.
Can I check them? I never seen such beautiful butterflies before.
So I'm sure just by the way of that sand there, you can. So yeah,
Can I touch them and check the braille if something that he didn't tell us about, or maybe we didn't catch it?
The bill, it just feels like a code number.
Okay,
manufacturing
just a code number, nothing.
Yeah, but
Not
it's
a
sort of
hidden
like
message.
it's almost like a signature. Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't say meeting at eat at Joe's or your latest subliminal message. It is just a manufacturing and date number. Is what you get.
But he couldn't remember when he made them.
2 months. Yeah.
Now I'm still waiting outside in case I need to tail somebody, so they didn't know me. But
So the void camp test that I'm doing, I have to answer the questions and to check if they're replicant or not, or and if I
Oh, you want to
automatically
check
defend
if he's a replicant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
both of them.
Okay, it's very difficult to check they're a real because he has no eyes, blind, so you can't really get a good
The
eyesight.
void camp thing.
Yeah, you can't really. You realize you can't really do that on them. You want to do it in styles.
is there a way of testing that he's actually blind, not just pretending to be?
What you can do is if you push him or touch him, he does seem to be rather startled. Wait, are you insulting me? Why? He doesn't sort of dodge or defend if you try it like that.
Right. I'm not gonna do violence to him. I feel there's a clue I'm missing here, but I'm
because you failed to roll at some point. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you did say it could be a front. Now Leia is a replicant, right?
Yeah.
So she's in trouble.
Yeah.
Would she maybe come here for support because there was a connection with the butterflies? Is that the connection we're missing?
I mean, this is what I'm concluding, is that this is a hub, but I'm not getting any evidence to that.
Right.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, you're not really feeling it. You're just kind of feel maybe because of the way you've talked to them that they kind of feel defensive. You accuse them and say, well, you're asking us about this. And
maybe leave it to your replicant to Finna.
Yeah.
Well, I'll pass it over. But
so, are you still staying here, or?
Yeah. Me or?
Sorry, no, for Novak, I was referring to.
I kind of feel I need to be here to back up Fenner if things get ugly.
So you're staying outside?
Or indeed, if the reps start plotting amongst themselves, because can't trust a rep, can you?
Don't worry, we're not doing a rep orgy. Don't worry.
It's okay. It's okay. We can carry on with the plan. We can finally move the prawn thing next to the dumpsters and then bring the dumplings closer to and then we can open up. Then we can finally live the dream of opening up the goat replication.
Yeah, I've probably actually finished my dumplings by now.
Yeah.
Maybe after Matt leaves, that I can talk to them. That.
Right, I'll go out. I can see I'm not wanted. I'll go out and have a chat with Frank. Finish my prawn.
That I talked to Iris and I'm very moved by the acts that have been done, and we need to save more replicants because they are dying each day and nobody cares about them.
Yeah, I mean,
you have to do something.
You just saw the guy out there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Matt's asleep.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm just closing
relaxing my eyes. Yeah, it's a good thing that actually we need more brave men like you.
Yeah.
And also I'm ready to defend some replicant also. I need to defend them. They are people.
Yeah, I mean, we've got to say, the replicants need some strong defense from it. Give me a manipulation roll.
Okay.
You're quite good at that, aren't you?
Ooh. But unfortunately, one success. Oh.
Well, okay,
Seven?
yeah, they're kind of
This is
feeling
good.
a bit. Yeah, I mean, look, and this is the bit that kind of surprises you a little bit. So Terrell says you are a replicant, aren't you, yourself? Nexus 9?
Yeah, you're very good.
Yeah.
Who says that?
That is
You
actually
said Tyrell said.
the
don't remember.
Aurelian says that.
Yeah.
Oh,
And Aurelian's voice slightly changes. He's no longer sounding like an older man, but a younger voice. Says, yeah, I mean, I don't really feel trustworthy of the cop. I mean, they're more likely to pull a gun and shoot and ask
Yeah.
questions later.
I've seen it before. I've seen
Yeah.
it before.
But yeah. I mean, that person he was talking about, yeah, she was here last night.
Ooh.
Stowe says, did you really need to tell him everything? She says, hang on, it's just safe. It's okay. I've got a good feeling about this one. But when she was here, she was very angry. She was stable. I tried talking to her, I tried calming her down. She seemed to be angry about, well, Lilith Tyrell. She seemed very much having an anger. It seemed to be centered around her for some reason.
interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yes.
Lilith Tyrell.
Yeah.
It's a common knowledge that she print the memories, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. She's done memories for
Yeah.
the Wallace Court.
Yeah, I guess he did mine.
I mean, if you read the paper, Style, this is Styles talking, you get a certain idea what memories she might put in. You add that to somebody who's already a stressful job. That's just wrong. But look, that's all we know. We just try and protect. We try and look after. There's enough hate out there.
Okay.
Don't need more hate.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know where this poor woman went? Maybe I can help her.
She left. She just went away. I have no idea where she went.
Okay, can I do an insight or he's telling the truth?
Give me an insight.
Insight. So where is the insight? Insight, yeah. Insight. 0.
Okay, I'm sorry you can't push this one.
Yeah, sure.
I should have made that clear before.
Mhm.
But it's okay. You don't get any like stress or anything for it.
Unless
So,
it's something
yeah,
to do with your memory, with a key memory. If you can make it to do with that, you can re-roll a die.
This is one.
No helping from the studio audience, please.
I've been demoted, have I? Okay.
No, it's fine. You can.
But it has to be in the same concept of the thing that I'm trying to push. Because
ideally, it should be role played into that way.
Uh-huh.
They do, because it's such a special thing. Because you could go, but you've asked about an insight, and this feels like an important clue.
Yeah. Okay.
You'd have to really try and
I
find
guess
a way
I
to weave
can.
it in.
Yes, I guess I can role play it. Part of my conditioning, if I can say it in replicants, that I need to be precise, and I am the more manipulative person, and I'm trying to make people attracted to me to get some clues or get more information. But one of the memories I have that I was attracted to someone.
Yeah.
and this is I suffered one of the moment of my weakness. Now I'm feeling a bit attracted by
Maybe the sound of the voice
by
to help you out.
styles because
Okay.
he like to protect replicants and so on. So I need to make sure that I'm not falling in the same category to again.
Okay. So you get your extra die.
Okay. The extra die is for the sorry, for the D10.
So inside. So let's just.
Not the not reattribute to the other one, right? For the insight, not reattribute.
It's usually when you get an advantage. It's usually your lowest die type.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, okay, perfect. Getting used to roll, sorry. So it for me
I'm
is to be a
getting used
D10.
to roll. I mean, it's got some nice ideas, but
Yeah.
I'm still sold on the idea that mirror is probably better for an investigation game.
Okay. Yeah, only one success.
You get a 6, okay, so you pass, yeah.
Hmm.
So what you're getting, you're kind of trying to get through this, but you kind of also feel, yeah, they're not telling you everything.
Hmm.
But you also kind of get the feeling if you push, they're going to clam up.
Hmm.
So you know they're holding back something. Your inside's feeling maybe it's better to maybe let them go and see where maybe it's worth following them.
I tried to. Okay, thank you for your help. If anything that I can do, this is my private number. Just call me if you need anything that I can help for the
Yeah,
cause.
I mean, hey, yeah, it'll be great just to get another person to help in the streets. Get those Supremes out there. That's what I want. So head out.
Yeah, I'm heading out. Trying, of course, not to talk to Inspector Novak from outside.
You know, I got a clue. I got a clue. It went well.
The stage whisper. They just told me. So I think maybe they haven't seen me yet, so I could try.
Nope, they have not seen you.
No. If you want to tail them, I can see what I can tail them. But maybe somebody needs to have a spinner nearby in case they get some other transport.
Okay. So you're all outside. I'm assuming because you're trying to get a break on the same directions. So you're on mute, Matt. So
Huddled in a big group around Puzzle. So. But I definitely know that he's one of us.
No, don't do that.
We will take past him. Gone to our spinner, shall we, better?
Well, you'll have 2 spinners at least here, so.
One each.
Yeah.
And I'm just on standby in case the Aurelian just walks somewhere.
So
not Aurelian, the other guy, Styles.
Styles, yeah. So
how many shifts have we done?
Actually, you're on the 3rd shift.
We need to rest after this, don't we?
Ideally, you may want to take some downtime, or otherwise you will gain a stress.
I'm all about downtime.
Yep. So the way downtime kind of works is really trying to encourage yourselves to go and do your own downtime thing. It's just the other group decided to go for, and as I mentioned to Bernard and Frank, they went for noodles and beer.
Downtime is downtime.
No. I think this is. I have to be on my own drinking whiskey. That's what bladerunners do.
Yeah, that's fine. Or listen to awesome jazz or something.
And eat prawns.
Yeah.
And stare at a picture of a goat, I suspect.
I think I've finished my prawns while I was waiting outside for Fenner.
Yeah, otherwise it'll go cool.
Yeah. Have you got one of those catalog pages for the prices of goats? Is it a Black Nubian?
Goat Weekly.
Oh, a Black Nubian goat. Oh, yes.
They're expensive.
poster of what is it? Goat Simulator.
I can't remember what's the guide called. They've in the novel they've got a guide which constantly gets referred to. And it's got all the
I can't
listing
remember.
of all the prices in it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been ages since I read the novel.
It's only been a couple of months since I reread the novel, and I can't remember.
Yeah, but he gets a black Nubian goat, and then that finds a grisly end.
Okay, so it's about maybe 20 minutes while you're there. Styles leaves the place.
I can't overhear anything he says in the shop. I assume there's a door or something.
No,
Okay.
you don't really hear anything. And he's makes his way out, and he's walking along Animoid Row. He's not going to anything. He just seems to be walking along in the crowd.
Fair enough.
So there is that. So again, this is, unless anybody's going to specifically tell me anything what they're going to plan to do, we'll be soon
I'm
going into
going
the
back to my single apartment.
Right.
Drinking.
Just a
whiskey.
heads up, Novak can last 4 shifts before he
What?
gets
Because
stressed.
he's human.
No, because he's married to the job. That's your specialty.
Married to the job.
That's what married
Damn
to
it.
the job means. Married to the
what-
job means you could do 4 shifts before you take a break. This could work well. This could not work well.
No, I'm gonna.
Because
Yeah, you still acquire the stress. And if I take a break, can I get rid of my stress?
so when you do downtime, you automatically remove 1 stress. If you're injured or healing, you would take you remove health as well.
Oh right, well I am injured because remember I.
Oh yeah,
Put
no,
my
yeah.
shoulder on that door.
So you can do that. So you can probably, like, when you're doing your putting your ice in your
Yeah.
whiskey, you put the rest on there. Yeah.
A pack of frozen peas.
Yep.
Right, I'll get rid of my stress and my resolve.
Now,
Help.
because it's downtime, so I'll ask where you said you're going home to your home.
Yeah.
So, Fenna, Percival, are you doing downtime? Or are you going to brave it on? There is a few other things you can do. So if you're worried about something, I can offer suggest.
I'm just doing my downtime for a moment. Give me a shout through my headphones if
Well,
What do
you'll
you
need
think,
to roll a D8, Matt, just because you could have a downtime event.
No, I roll a D8.
Downtime failure.
You want one of the 2 to have a quiet night.
8.
I got an 8 though. That's not good, is it?
Well,
It's like a
basically,
66.
Basically, you get an event.
Right, okay. Wake me up when the event happens.
But I'll see what the other 2 are doing because it helps me scroll back to the charts for the events.
What do you think, Percival? What should we do? Time is running out.
So start an underground movement.
I wanted bravely to see whether this guy is going to go anywhere we can follow him. If not, then yeah, I have a regular schedule, so I need to go to bed soon. I'll have a bit of downtime.
Yeah.
Read some
I guess.
like guidance bits, some police manuals.
Fairness downtime, maybe go to the gym and run aggressively on the treadmill.
Okay, so technically, there's the only way they seem to split it is between home and on the streets. So if you're going to like a gym or something, I'm presuming you'll probably have an event in the streets as you journey back. So Percival, sorry, what did I miss out for?
If this guy, the Aurelian, doesn't make a move soon, then I'm just going to go home and rest.
Yeah, he looks like he doesn't leave anytime.
Right. I need to keep to my schedule, so
So you could, as a suggestion, if you're worried about this place but you want downtime, remember promotion points allow you access to the LAPD resources.
oh yeah,
So
it's a little drone I can get to tail him.
you could have the drone set up. It will take a shift, but it's going to cost you and they've already got this with other guys, it will cost you a promotion point. You must make a connections roll and pass.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, as long as your promotion does not take you to 0,
No, it doesn't.
then that's fine.
So, connections. Well, it's probably empathy, isn't it? Oh.
Your favorite. Because you've got to talk, you've got to schmooze, you've got to deal with people.
Got one.
You got one. So yeah, they said, is it what for the case? You take them through it. Says yeah. You get your favorite criminologist person for your file, but you've got the favorite one.
Yeah, I've got my contact, don't I? My key relationship,
so
Mirren.
So she says, "Oh, you need help. Here we go. Percival needs help again. He can't do things on his own."
Of course not. I couldn't do anything without you. You know that, big sister.
So you get that from the background, and they've got it set up, so they'll let you know.
Good.
If there's any move. You give them a description of the Aurelian. Well, I'm assuming that Fenna supplied that.
It's not the Aurelian, it's Styles, I want to tell.
Styles. Yeah. Okay, sorry, yes. Okay, you give them an update for that. To try and find out. So Fenna was around. So what is you going to do for your downtime then, Percival?
Go home.
Okay, so you're gonna have a home one as well. What you gonna try to do something relaxing at home?
Yeah, as I said, I'm gonna read some police manuals or something, procedural manuals.
Excellent.
I look up why people should not eat prawns and drink on the job. Which regulation does it fall foul of?
He wasn't drinking on the job; he was drinking off the job.
And downtime.
Yeah. Can you give me a D8 as well for your home one, and also for Fenna because you're going to be on the street? There'll be a D8 as well.
7.
7.
7 for me also.
Okay, so 7. Right. So while you're there, I mean, you still remove your stress. These are just things that happen.
Don't have stress.
Well, stress and injury will go away if you have them. You get 1 point removed if you have them. So let's start with yourself as Percival, Frank. While you're at home, you're reading the manuals and holding phones up on the vid phone. He's wanting a progress update. What you investigated, what you found, how's the investigation?
Okay, I'll give him the whole shebang, of course.
His phone's up for that.
I'm going to just show that our replicants here are much more efficient and reliable than the meat sacks.
Excellent. Yes, the problem is one person has the gun that can actually kill you. And he has license to retire.
Yeah, he doesn't know what I'm telling him. I'm telling the boss.
No, it's true, he doesn't, But, and tell me all the bad things.
And my home event is Holden phones me up and tells me what you said about me behind my back.
And the rest gets going, Novak. Well, interesting enough, you do get a phone, mid phone, Novak. And it's not. It's the Aurelian phones you up. He sits there, he's talking to you. He says, "Look, I'm sorry that you felt stressed. I've got some details and information.
Go ahead."
And he actually gives you the same information
that he gave
to Fenna. He says, "Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie, but I was scared. I thought you were going to harm. But we should trust more." I mean, he's speaking still. He doesn't speak in a younger voice when he mentions this. He's speaking in an older, like that, and he explains it for it.
So I say, it's okay. We were good cop, bad cop. Can you tell which I was?
Yeah, he kind of chuckles a bit nervously at that.
So, So yeah, everything you've said, Fanna told me. But you wouldn't have phoned unless you wanted to tell me something else.
Like, I'm just worried that,
We're all
that
worried.
she might do something stupid. I don't know where she is, but she could do something stupid.
So
She was
help
talking
us.
about Little Tyrell.
Help us find her.
If I know anything, I'll let her know.
You got my number, obviously.
Yeah.
Anything you discover, let us know. And just before you go, so what's the deal with Blondie
Styles, is it?
Styles? Harry?
Yeah, Styles is. He's just somebody who protects. He looks after people on the street.
Okay.
He likes to keep an eye on people because there's enough bad people out there.
Yeah. So the guys that kill, do you think they're really responsible?
Oh, what he was talking about? Well, he does like to. I don't read it, obviously.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard, people talk about, they are concerned, and that sort of thing can always rile up a group, a mob. It's possible, but I'm not the detective. I'm not the officer investigating the case.
So the victim at the snake pit was a replicant, right?
Yeah, you mentioned. I heard that. Yes. Real shame.
And the sort of people that carry guns that can kill replicants.
A lot of people, guns, all sorts of guns can kill, not just replicants.
Yeah.
Kill animals too.
I'm just worried that. Well, let me just say, you were right to be suspicious, not of me, but there may be somebody on the inside doing this.
Nobody ever expects to end up here
Well, we
like this.
hope things aren't
But no matter how
too
long
bad.
it ends up,
Listen, I've got to go. I'm just still going to run my shop.
that'll
Yeah,
change.
just if you get anything,
Just
don't
like
speak to the
that.
switchboard. Come to me or to Fenner.
Certainly,
Everything
certainly, I
else
will do that.
couldn't be
You have a good night.
Good night.
I thought
I'm
there
having
was
a good night.
You're having a great night.
I waited for some bright light.
Do Blade Runners dream of
Somebody
normal
would take me
groups?
somewhere.
I dream of electric sheep as well.
7 years later,
Well, that helps you get to sleep. Now,
choose an eternity of hell over this.
Fenner's on street encounter.
Yeah, I got a 7.
oh yeah, well, you get an exciting one. So as you're heading back home from the gym, you get one of these animated advertisements that pops up in front of you that you're kind of finding utterly enthralling. And you kind of just feel it. Can you make an insight roll?
Insight?
Yeah, because it's kind of like really something you just. It feels like something you desire and would like.
Okay.
The latest.
Okay, well,
It's just an insight roll.
yeah, 1 success.
That's fine. You kind of feel like, yeah, it's great, but you manage to resist it. You don't want to make the purchase. You don't want to spend. You don't feel like you need this really.
What's the advert for? What is the advert for?
No.
I want to know.
Yeah, I know. It'd be easy if it was for Novak. I know exactly what to call that.
Whiskey.
Well, KB, yeah.
Joie from Joie from 2049.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, for yourself, it can be almost like the image replicants from your memory of the person.
Mhm.
That's what I would say. It feels like they're making an advert to sell.
Yeah.
The latest in tech for communication. But you managed to sort of resist it as well. In back. It's not an exciting thing, I know, but that's us. So, day 2.
Cool.
2.
And
Cool.
you get ready. You're getting ready for your next case, next shift, the investigation.
So,
Where are you all planning to go?
colleagues, are we going to check out the kill offices? Are we going to go back to Tyrell?
What is the Tyrell? Checking the connection between Leia and Tyrell.
The
is that
memory
it?
lab.
Yeah.
Right. I did ask her whether she created the memories for Leia, and I think she's sort of was vague on it from memory.
She said she did because you asked in detail and you got through a list.
Okay,
She
Lily's
initially
created,
avoided and said she wasn't sure,
but she said it.
but then as you persisted, she found that.
And then we
What
noticed that she
traumatic-
looked.
Do we know
alert.
the nature of the traumatic memory?
No.
Not the
you didn't-
nature.
So
You
this
didn't- you
is
didn't
this is what I think we need to get off Tyrell.
Well, speaking of traumatic memories, I know what that feels like.
Oh, don't we all? Don't we all, mate? Don't we
Yeah.
all?
Yours might be real. Mine were placed there on purpose.
Well,
Yeah.
mine relate to the killing of. I was sent to stake out a Tyrell office building because of rumours that rebel reps might hit it.
Oh, hang on. Was that back then, 2022?
Yeah, before the blackout.
I didn't think you were that old.
16 years on the force, man.
And they did.
18 years was 2019 in this. So that's when
So you were a rookie
Elden
then.
Tyrell got killed.
I was a rookie.
2022, which is
Back then.
We never stood a
15
chance.
years.
What
Yeah,
happened?
15 years.
What happened?
That was the blackout.
Well, let's just say, I'm talking to you now. I survived.
Yeah, but did somebody try and hit Tyrell's office? Were you there
Yes.
when it happened?
Yes.
Oh,
Reps.
Nexus
nice.
8s.
Okay.
Was it?
Oh.
Was it the Nexus 8s?
I have no details of that in my. I
In the
I was
memory?
young
Yeah,
at the time.
it-
I didn't know the difference.
Or was it Nexus 7s?
Nexus 8s, Nexus 6s.
5, 6, 7s,
it could be
8s.
anybody. Yeah. It wasn't the 9 because they're just a year old.
Yes, they weren't around. So, you have a connection to that too.
And it's why I'm
See, that's
sometimes
something I'm going to say. They don't really bring that out very well.
a bit
in
gruff
this.
with you.
Mm.
And
No.
I don't hate you, but I find it difficult to work with reps. But then I also find it difficult to work with
People.
What was it Holden told me? Meat bags.
all hail the reptilian overlords.
Right, so what do we do now?
What you tell me? It's,
Well,
it's
sorry,
I
I'll
put the
give you two
drone-
choices. What do you guys want to do?
I put the drone
Yeah.
tail
I'll make a third
on,
one.
on Styles.
oh,
just
so
you
yeah,
know.
so you got the drone tail onto that to look out. I'm
Just
assuming
so-
that's around when he is around Animoid Row because he did disappear back. So I'm assuming you're just waiting to see when he comes back, or to try and look for him and then follow him.
I let the techies do their search patterns,
Yeah.
whatever they
Okay.
look
So
like.
they're going to run through that. Yeah. So they're going to be running through. If you're going to go through that.
Yeah, I guess this Shyla guy. What else? Do you tell us about your phone call, Mr. Novak?
Well, I haven't particularly told you about the phone
Okay.
call, actually,
Mm.
because I learned no more than Fenna did when she had the interview.
Right.
And because I don't trust you.
Well, we can split up if you prefer.
Well, okay. So you're all going to try and do something. As you're trying to discuss this with Vidfo, all of you, for your KIAs, get an emergency beep. And it's hold him. is for Deputy Foden.
He never sleeps.
Right, you lot in my office now.
Okay.
I gotta say, Holden, the actor, was white, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I just every time you give me an instruction like that, I see the captain out of Tusky and Hutch.
No, you are not all getting to wear cardigans. You're not changing one of the skivers into a red and white stripe.
I am
And
putting
you're
my
not bum
cardigan on.
sliding. You're not bum sliding in the front of the skiver.
Well, all these things are possible, Bruce. They're all possible.
But
Right.
you know what? You
We've
could
still
bum
got half
slide in
an
the
hour to
skimmer.
play.
You could bum slide in the skimmer, but it's going to be up in the
Right, I hop into my skimmer and make my way to the headquarters.
So you
Yeah.
basically LAPD, and you're into Novak's office again, and he slams down. Which one of you retrobates leaked the story to this sleazy tabloid? And slaps down, and on there is this on his desk. It's handout E you're looking at.
Handout E. Let's have a look at handout E.
Like a poem?
Kill.
Handout E
So this is the
is
magazine.
Oh, there.
View in new window.
Loading.
Yeah.
Pocket size heartbreaker. That sounds interesting.
Ender assault
Yeah,
rifle. That looks great.
Oh, there's a competition. You can win a guard dog.
Yeah.
I guess that's not what he wants us to look at. Oh,
No,
right.
no,
That's account
none
number.
of that is what is working out. It happens to be how they found out
Holden,
that was a replicant killed last night.
loads of uniformed cops were involved in that.
I saw.
Loads of.
No, loads of them.
Why
were
would
told
it
to
be
keep their
one of the
guns shut.
three of us that lead this?
Because you've been all talking around.
But hang on. Lots of people were there. There were witnesses. There were.
Yeah.
Witnesses saw somebody shot, somebody.
Even the guy himself was there at the shooting. We will talk to him today. Jay Shiler.
Oh yeah, but he still had to
to.
get a story to find out there was a replicant.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Now the interest, we say nothing in this thing and say you're wasting our time, Captain.
Replicants
we
tend
could
to
be
look
out on the
alike.
street now.
Yeah, they should be on the street. You haven't? Have you interviewed him? Were you talking to him? At his office?
Interviewing who?
This the retrobate.
We will
That
go
was,
to Kill Magazine now. We have not done an interview. Our plan was to go today. He
Fine.
found out from another source.
Right,
I
you
will
convince me
personally
that you're
punch
not
him
the
until
like.
he tells me that source.
You're going to try and convince me that your guys did not leak because you've been talking around,
Absolutely.
flashing your badges.
We are asking questions. That's what detectives do, Captain.
It's self-evident.
Deputy Chief.
Do,
Yeah.
do you think if anybody leaked it, we will dress this badly as Inspector Novak is dressing? He will dress nicely. Look at how he's dressed.
I looked down my clothes, which are very neat and very tidy.
So we already got enough resources tied up. I've got to pull them from somewhere to clean up this mess.
We'll
and
shake
all this.
down the kill offices.
So
We'll
you'd-
make sure that they.
Oh, you shake down. Yeah,
confirm.
that would look great. Oh, yeah, they leak a story out. And then we're going to come in and
Well,
barge
what do
it.
you
That'd be
call
great.
us in for? What do you want us to do?
I want
We
you
will
to
do our job.
finally just solve
Say-
this and
sorry,
stop
Captain.
having these stupid there.
Look, Captain, I was retired. You brought me back in.
You weren't retired. You were needing the money. We
I
all
was
know
eating
that.
noodles. You brought me back in.
Why do you smell the prawns then?
There was prawns last night. Is there a mention of the prawns? No. See? So it wasn't me.
Oh, yeah, because that's going to be great. So you had... wait a minute. Mention the... That sounds like you were talking to him already.
Talking to who?
Ron man?
To
The editor of Kill Magazine, you're saying?
the publisher, Jelly Shiler, yeah. You know what? You go ahead and carry on with the investigation, but I need to pull some resources here for this. Could you guys, because you're trying to convince them it's not you, this is going to be a group test.
Right.
Manipulation, because you're all here.
Doxy, come on.
So it could be the best, and yeah, you can probably get a die from your advantage.
Do 2d12.
You'll be advantaged as well, so you'll get another d12.
Okay, can we give it a dice of?
It's either he gets advantage, which is his, or you give him a die.
What's my information?
It's a lower die you give him, is it?
Yeah, it's well, if you help, it's your skill die.
Skill die. So
I think it's better if you just let him roll.
Yeah.
He's got 312s for everything.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to point out that replicants tend to look the same. So if there's like 6 or 7 of them running around, people know it's a replicant.
I got a 12. A 12 is.
You got 2 successes. He says, "Well, fine. Go over to the investigative magazine. But if I have found out later on, your ass is grass, and I'm going to get myself a replicant lawnmower to deal with you."
Why us? Why
the
not
lawnmower
him?
man now?
Hey,
Get out.
Captain, I am the replicant lawnmower.
Right, there are things, Novak, I want to say you are what you are, but a lawnmower is not one of them.
Okay, Fenner, I'm immediately thinking we may be responsible for this. That blonde boy is the only person we told was a replicant. He makes a big fuss about the officers of Kill Magazine. But is he working both sides of the counter?
When you say blonde man, do you mean Styles? Because he's hairless.
Styles. I mean Styles. Yeah.
Blonde man with no hair. Yeah, okay.
A bald.
He has the Emperor's new blonde hair. It's the thin strands that only a fool would not be there.
I can see the advert for it now.
Yeah, maybe he confronted him after we left. Okay, maybe
What
I have
did
a
you
plan.
discover, Percival, with your trail?
Nothing yet. They'll contact me if they notice anything.
Right. Do you want to just flash him and see if he's been in the vicinity of Kill Magazine?
I can ping the drone.
Yeah.
So you kind of fall around. It doesn't really seem. They're having a hard time when you contact them. He said, "Look, we've been trying to track him down. He goes in and out. He's around Animoid Row, Hawker Circle.
Keep an eye on him.
Some piss alley. He's around these areas. Sometimes he heads up to set 4.
Let me know if he actually speaks to people or if you can identify them."
Well, he speaks to a lot of people. I mean, we saw him talking to some blonde-haired woman. He seems to talk to a vendor. We saw him buy dumplings.
If he ever speaks to somebody called Leia, let me know.
We haven't seen anybody matching Leah's description or anywhere near.
Right, okay.
We do kind of lose them a couple of times in some of the alleyways and that, but he appears up again.
Stay on him. Right. Yeah, just update the others. Apparently nothing, so we better do what the captain wants us to do. Come on.
Okay.
Shake down Kill Magazine.
So you're all going to go to Kill Magazine.
Yeah.
Maybe I can go alone in the Kill Magazine. Maybe try to get alone with this guy and seduce him. They
do dislike replicants.
Yeah,
what's the worst?
Yeah.
What's the worst can happen? It feels like almost like a Blazing Sandals bit.
Blazing Sandals, love it.
Like Blazing Sandals,
That's one for
you walk in,
put a gun to your own throat and say, "Put your weapons down, or I kill the rep."
No. I was more thinking when they're queuing, and he goes up to the door, and you've got Novak there going, "Hey, publisher, look what I've got." Replicant going, "Where are all the jobs at?"
Okay, maybe he don't. Okay, so what's your plan?
Burst in,
So
kick ass, chew gum, and I'm all out of gum.
sadly, I didn't get
No.
that game, and I didn't get the dice for that game.
No. So we could go in heavy-handed with the three of us, and the fact he dislikes replicants works to our advantage. Or I could go in first, and we don't scare them with you guys. Although the whole point is you're not meant to tell replicants apart. So
Yeah.
It's hard to tell. Yeah, it is indeed hard supposedly to tell. So unless you tell them.
Yeah, that
Okay,
was
then
my
let's go.
original
Let's go
plan.
with the three of us.
so unless Fenner, we have to turn you off and on again
Ah.
like we did in the other place. Then
We're supposed to be polite, right? Not shake them down.
replicants are supposed to be polite. Are you going to activate your swearing program then, Percival?
Sorry, that's key. That's
Hang on. Lie mode on.
that's code locked. I can't just access it.
Parental control.
Child lock.
I like that.
Sorry, that is. The one thing I always say about both these games, there's always something you can find laughing. I got a good laugh with the dice rolls from one of the guys playing Novak, and he was pushing and the advantages. He managed to roll a 1, a 2, and a 3 in a skill roll. And later on, he got a 2, a 3, and a 4.
Oh, it's like Gutsy, isn't it?
Good for him.
Okay, so what's our plan? To just talk to him and
Well, what do we know about him? He was at the Snake Pit, right?
yeah.
He has published something about this event in his magazine.
And he knows that the victim was a replicant.
And what's his name? Styles said he's stirring up trouble. Maybe he was stirring up trouble just to sell his magazines.
Yeah, that's what his
Does that
intended
cover it?
plan.
Is there any other criminal record or anything we know of this guy?
We can look him up on the
So
record.
if you want to do that, and you can do that 2 ways, you could go to the mainframe,
No. Do
do
it
a
here
tech
now.
roll,
Do it
or
here
you
now.
can just on your way there use the KIA to do a search.
I'd love to do the latter.
Okay, so if you're all heading there, use the KIA.
Is it a tech roll?
Just because you're called out, Frank,
Hmm.
give me a tech roll.
I think I'm the specialist here anyway, but I don't make it.
You can opt to push.
Sure, I haven't pushed ever. So just re-roll, right?
Yeah, you just re-roll. If you get a 1 in that,
Yes, I do.
Ah, shit.
you get a stress for every 1 you roll. But you did get a 6,
I've
so
got a
you still
success.
pass. But you gain the stress
Oh dear.
as well.
Okay. What do we find out? No, we found out nothing.
Well, first of all, you get a nice little image. You don't get too much about him. He is an older guy. There's a picture of him. You get an ID.
Ah, there. Oh gosh.
Taylor,
Mm-hmm. Jelly. Okay.
we've
I
only
thought
got
it was
that
called
picture of him.
Jay. I thought it was called Jay.
Yeah.
Jelly.
I mean, my pronunciation's probably not helping.
Schlag.
Yeah, so he's here. He's saying he's a grumpy guy. He's noting the magazine. It doesn't have. He's also got connections to. He's a leading member of what's called the Empathy Movement,
Mm-hmm.
which is in the core rulebook of all things.
It's the movement that says "Be nice to Android to replicants," right?
You want it to be that, but I've got a funny feeling it's going
the
to
opposite.
be like the Trump sponsored things.
Make humanity great again.
Yeah, make humanity great again, sort of thing. So yes, empathy movement. They were fighting back against replicants' rights. I'm gonna just have to do the good old-fashioned find
Did you
God.
did you froze Bruce or?
No, I have not frozen that guy. I did not revive.
Okay.
It's still here.
From
Huh?
my side.
Okay.
Right, so that's what we know about him.
Yeah, so human supremacists, they're a human supremacist group. This definitely that. Paranoia, they're politicized. From it, they often clash with the Nexus sympathizers, which basically are the replicant rights movement.
So he's basically an asshole. Okay.
Yeah. So you arrive. So you do get here, and it's in sector 5. It's almost in the same area, similar area as where you came for the Metro cab.
Mhm.
Before, it's got a few old couple buildings.
This is the kill offices, is it?
Yeah, this is the kill office.
I thought it was much further north and.
It is north, but
west.
it's the same style of buildings. It's
Right. Okay.
it's a taller. Sorry, I'll make that clearer. Eyes there. It's not the biggest areas. I'm just looking for it's like everything as you approach. Map D is now available.
Oh yeah.
Map
I
D.
like Map D.
View a new window.
Yeah. It's kind of just like a very sort of small office and built into it. You come in, you can actually hear it's smoke filled, it's dimly lit. You come into the office, there is Kill magazine covers plastered all over the walls, various covers. A lot of them writing stories. You'll think Brett Brat or whatever it is from the Trump style.
Only 4 desks on this.
Yeah, it's a tin pot
Okay.
little organisation of fascists. I'm thinking they've got a
Yeah,
big file
but they
with
don't. They don't
Rorschach's
have.
diary in it.
They're journalists are style writing the typing away,
Yeah.
writing stories on the phone. They don't really have anything that directly says they're completely against replicants, but they write a lot of stories. Let's say far right
Yeah.
than far left.
Infowars. Are we going in mob-handed?
Probably.
So if you're at the reception desk, maybe go through. How are you going to explain?
Well, I'm just going to walk straight past the reception desk,
Wait,
saying I don't have an appointment with Mr. Shaylar, Skylar, Mr. Skylar, I think that must be. But I'm coming to see him, and I flash him my rep.
go through. As you come in, you obviously head straight to his office, which is got there.
Have I got his office?
Yeah, it's just you go straight in. You can tell his office. It's the one that is just. He says, "Where's that?"
Straight through.
Straight
Just
through.
to
Yeah.
the joint. He doesn't have his own space, is what I'm saying.
Now, according to this is another one of these ones where it's going to be telling me 2 different things.
The text says he's in an office on his own, does it? But the map does not
Well,
offer that.
maybe there's nobody else in that office, then he's in the office
Yeah.
on his own.
But no, apparently there are people working here.
Yeah, that's what the text says.
Mm.
Anyway, so we go into the little bit that eventually will be drawn across here when you point out there should be an office on his own.
Yeah.
Mr.
So you guys get through the reception. Jack sits through. He says, she says you'll probably be better in the conference room. He says, look,
Yeah, but I want to see Skylar now. I'll just march through beyond her into the office space.
so you come in. You do see, because there's not a lot of people here, they sit around and they kind of look at you wearily. He is actually at one of the desks.
Yeah.
And he just says, he tells you the other guys, just take a meeting now. Go. So they kind of head out to the meeting room. It says, how can I help you, officers?
You can help me because we are intrigued about. You were at the snake pit, right? You were at the snake pit night before last, and you are witness to a crime that took place there.
What? You mean the fact that someone was stealing jobs?
No, the crime being the murder of a Nexus 9.
A crime? That's a crime.
Nowadays.
That was a retirement, wasn't it?
It's a retirement when I do it.
A retirement for it?
It's not a retirement when somebody else does it. You
know it wasn't another one of your lot that did it.
You knew it was a robot. Oh, sorry, I've forgotten the word. Replicant.
Andy,
you knew it was a replicant.
Or Andy,
And it took the rest of us a little bit of time to work that out. So, did you know that?
Wait. You're telling me that the LAPD can't tell the difference between a human, a honest, full-blooded, flesh and blood, all good, full-blooded American human.
What I'm saying is you
product.
knew that it was a manufactured product, and I want to know how you knew.
Well,
did you know at the time?
Let's just say there's folk in the LAPD that want to see good things.
Right.
And of course, they're losing their good money and good credits.
Who wrote this cover story?
This excellent piece of journalism, tapping onto it.
Who wrote the cover story? Don't give me a critique of it. Answer my questions.
I wrote it.
You wrote it. So, based on your eyewitness account of being there.
Yeah.
Again, then, I want to know how you knew that the victim was a replicant.
You can tell. You can look at them.
Mm-hmm.
Which of the three of us is a replicant?
Roger's hiding someone.
Yes, I saw that.
Secretary got leveling up.
He says that there could be more than one. It's just one. There could be more than one.
Which I say, lol.
So you can tell replicants are and direct somebody with a shooter to kill them, to retire them.
Oh, I see. I see where you're going with this.
Well, I'm not sure
you
do,
think
I
we
don't know
retired that manufactured thing?
Well, yeah, you seem to have a very casual attitude to the death of said manufactured thing. Which makes me think that maybe you did. I wasn't thinking that when I came into the office, but your attitude thus far has made me
I'm just getting the story outright to them. Of all the people out there, what are the key truth is. None of this corporate wind-up. None of this delayed. Replicants are back for years. It's all going to be A-okay. Pretty soon we'll be having another blackout. We'll have another murder, just like Tyrell, Elder Tyrell, way back. What we need to do is see back in the days that were happening. Good old-fashioned Blade Runners could just shoot down and retire these things on the street. We don't need these skin jobs hanging around. But yeah, that's what he uses.
Yeah, and you see me when he said skin jobs, I'm trying to.
He kind of looks at you a bit of, yeah.
Yeah, I want to manipulate him that thinking that I hate also replicant, but I'm coming here for the job. So I'm trying to, when he said that this
Okay, so you're trying to deceive him.
Yeah.
Just sneer at the replicants.
I'm going to have to say, because he's already not quite with you lot, I'm going to say you're a bit disadvantaged because you're dealing with someone with fate here. So disadvantage means you lose your lowest die type.
Okay, so I'm rolling.
So basically, you're rolling one die less.
Okay. How to remove? Oh.
Did you roll what to in Malphite?
Uh,
You're allowed to push.
allowed to push. Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
push
but it
only.
will cost you stress, and you don't want to get on one.
Yeah, and only one die also.
Yeah.
Right. One success.
Okay.
8
well,
is one success, right?
Yep. It's anything above 6 is 1, and 10 is 2.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. So you're kind of going for it. You're going to ask him anything specific? You want to try to get a bit more from him, or?
Frank, you're the one that asks all the right questions. Give it a go.
Yeah, I'm trying to not. I'm biting my tongue here. Because I've been told we are not supposed to shake this guy down because he was just right about it. So I'm trying to sort of bite it back. So I'm not going to ask any particular question yet. I want to see whether Fenner's deception is working.
So yeah, I mean, you're obviously stringing along. He seems to be a bit more relaxed. He doesn't seem to be as hostile. He's not using like skin jobs or any of the right terms. That language is kind of toned down a bit. So I suppose you really want to know something about what happened last night. My story.
Indeed, if there's anything you observed at night about this kerfuffle that was going on, then please let us know.
Oh, the brawl? Yeah.
Yeah, the brawl or the fight or whatever it was.
So yeah, fine. I mean, yeah, we're having drinks, we're having a few laughs. Realizing how pathetic having a manufactured item doing the entertainment. And then this big albino started getting an argument with me and my pals. You know, he calls himself Styles. I mean, yeah, that guy has around Animoid Row. There's somebody you gotta watch out for. Effekt fights with anybody.
What was this argument about, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh, he was just thinking, yeah, we should leave. We should be harassing the objects. Oh, I mean, seriously, it's like he's got a heart for them. I mean, you should maybe call him like a Voidcom thing. And then the brawl got into a bit of a fight. Next thing we know, one of those 2 folk that were sitting back, the one that got shot, turns out he was some sort of blade runner. Pulled the
So,
blaster.
not just a replicant, but a blade runner, you say?
Yeah, he pulled out a badge. RDU.
Who pulled the badge?
The one that got shot, the one dead.
What? When he was dead, he pulled the badge.
No, he pulled it out before. He was trying to stop the brawl.
Right, I see.
Come on, makes sense. Unless these
So-
things come back after having a big hole in them. That's the last thing we need. We're like zombie, Night of the Living Replicants. We don't need that.
Did you see who shot him?
Oh, yeah. I can tell you exactly. So where
Okay,
were you
then.
sitting with? She came in. She shot him.
She.
Describe the woman that shot him.
He did. He describes basically Leo.
Okay, does he
I
call
can
her
tell you
any?
that afterwards. I can tell you even more. Yeah, because we all got out there because I thought she was going whammo, like a few nuts loose. But when I was outside, she ran into a metro cab. That's not the first time she's been in the snake pit having drinks.
Can I just make sure, show him a picture of Leah?
Yeah, that's her.
He's not using any pejoratives describing her as a replicant.
Not yet.
Can I just confirm that, please?
Yeah, sure. But I wouldn't be surprised she was a Blade Runner too.
Yeah.
She was-
So she retired him.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
maybe she worked out what he was.
Mm.
And he was hiding. She worked it out.
Nexus 9s don't need to hide.
What, she was one of these bloody things?
She was? No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I gently kick your shin.
yeah, quite you.
I just raise an eyebrow.
I've got more to repeat back to hold about me bags. And actually, I mean, heck, you can read about it all in the story. It's in the news. That's what I wrote about. Because that's what actually is in the story. It talks about the fight. It talks about Blade Runners shooting Blade Runners.
Oh, really? Oh, I just saw the title.
Yeah.
I'd have gone with that. You buried the lead, mate.
Oh, hey, I'm trying not to completely discredit the LAPD. And anyway,
I
don't want to be accused of sensationalizing the story.
I'm getting really knackered.
No, it's
Yeah,
okay. We're
to
getting close
finish
to
Can we do a
10.
third week, or are we close to the end?
I think it's probably going to take one more. Yeah. One more
Yeah, okay,
session.
let's do that then.